Hello. Boy. Okay. Hello, my name is Ava. I'm making a video for Cass. I will be discussing the experience IB Freshman Orientation. This is one of my new experiences that I am doing over the summer of my junior/senior year. So with this experience, basically what happened was Miss Laraco contacted a few people who are currently in the IB program, and they asked if they could help out with the IB Freshman Orientation. So introducing all these new freshmen to one another and to their upperclassmen, showing them a little bit more about what the IB program's about and a little bit more about the school. It was a really fun time. It was only for 4 hours on July 27th, so it was a few days ago. I'm putting this entry in a little late, but so it was July 27th. We were asked to get there at 9, so we all got there at 9. We discussed what we were going to do beforehand for about an hour, so we had about an hour to prep for Miss Laraco to basically talk us over what we would be doing and basically what the game plan was. So that was really nice. I could tell she had done a lot of planning beforehand, which was awesome. There were a lot of kids. There were like 35 out of like 75 applicants, which is like crazy. I don't think we've had 75 applicants before, so that's awesome. So after that hour, around 10 a.m., we started setting up in our different positions. So some people went in the commons area and waited for everyone to come into the building. Others held the door for oncoming freshmen and their parents, if the parents were coming. And then I believe it was Maddie, me, and sorry, that's bad grammar. Maddie, Miss Laraco, and I, we all went outside, ready to greet the parents and to basically check them off a list. Just saying that they were there, basically. And then we all guided them into the building. That took about like 15 minutes, I think, somewhere around there. Once everyone was in the building, then we began this whole process. It was super fun. I think we started out with like a little introduction of the administration at the school. So we had the principal talk for a little bit. Miss Laraco talked as the IB coordinator. I think Miss Rollins and Miss Moyer and our new athletic director, all of them were there just to be like, hi, you're going to be interacting us for the next 4 years, so nice to see you. So we did that first, a little introduction, and the other IB people there who have been in the program were also introduced, which was cool. So after that, we played games, which was super fun, because, gotta have some icebreakers, right? Yeah, you get it. Okay. So we played a bunch of games, which was really fun. We broke into different groups. I think we did like half and half. So half went with Charlotte, Miss I think I'm saying her name wrong. One of our IB counselors, and then me. We all like went into this group and we played this different game where we had to say one thing about ourselves or one thing that described this past school year. So we played like really fun icebreakers like that. We got to know each other a little bit better, which is really cool. After that, we switched groups about halfway. So I basically ran across the school and was like, okay, this group, come with me. And then we went all the way over to the other side of the school, and then we had to like organize that group from the other group, and that group had to go to the other side of the school with Miss Laraco, and then we had to take the new group in and start our game all over again. I think that was probably the most chaotic part. That was probably the most disorganized part, but, Charlotte and I kind of handled it and figured out who was going where. But it was a little difficult. That was probably the most confusing part because we had all the kids in one area at once, and we had to be like, okay, the group who hasn't been with us, come over here. The group who was already with us, go over there. So that was a little rough, but it's okay. We figured it out. Then we played another round of the game, which was pretty cool. It was nice to see all the freshmen. We have a great group coming in. It's very diverse, and I really like the kids. Like, they seem super great. So I'm excited. I hope all of them last through the program because, there's a history with IB as it gets harder and the program progresses, people tend to drop. So, but I think these kids are tough and I hope that they will last through the program because honestly, I think it's worth it. But, it really depends on their goals in life. So, we'll see. So, very exciting. After we played games, Miss Rollins played a little CAS game thing. It was like an online game similar to a Kahoot. I think it was like the Join Pair Doc, or I don't know what that game is called. But we played that. I actually remember it from my freshman orientation. Like, I remember the questions and everything, which is pretty fascinating. We had some of the seniors that were helping out, like Maddie Woodard. She was actually playing it as well. And I was like, why are you doing this, Maddie? You're not a freshman. None of this pertains to you, but okay. So that was kind of funny. Let's see. Oh, and also through that, the people who were volunteering, we got to talk a little bit about some of the CAS experience we had done. I think we even talked about like the CAS project that we had planned, which was this TikTok project. I'm not sure if it's still happening or not, but yeah. So after we did that, then we moved on to our school tours, which was really fun. We basically, the school tours were completely run by the students who were helping out. So basically the way that we broke it up was roughly 5 to a group, and then I just went to one side of the gym, or not the gym, the cafeteria, and I was like, whoever wants to be in my group, come over here. And then I had like 5 people come with me, and then we just walked around the gym, and I told them all the different things about all the teachers that they would, probably interact with during their freshman year. I showed them the locker rooms, I showed them the gym. It was a lot of fun. We also went around, we went around the whole school. Goodness, I can't speak. The only part we didn't get to was outside. That was like a suggestion. We could go there if we had enough time, but we did not. So we just went around the school, showed them where their classes would be. I showed them all their different teachers, and I gave my little kind of tidbits about how I liked the teachers, my experiences, which is pretty cool. I think at one point I talked about freshman English with Mr. Velasco, like how we did like a whole debate at the end of the year, and I talked about how that like impacted me in a positive way, so that was kind of cool. So yeah, we did that, and then we went back in the library, and then we had pizza, and then yeah, that was it. Pizza, we ate, we laughed, we talked, and then everyone went home. So that was fun. All right, I'm going to move on to the learning outcomes for this experience. So the first one that I have documented is number 1, identify own strengths and develop areas for growth. Excuse me. So for this one, I think the fact that I was a big leader, like I'm an upcoming senior now, so I'm considered like, seasoned, I guess. I'm considered like this leader, I guess. So I want to step up to that role, and I want to be more confident in that role, I guess. So it was nice to test the waters and I guess grow myself as a leader in that way, if that makes any sense. I know I'm just talking to a camera, so anyway. Yeah. I think some of my strengths with that were actually that day I was communicating really well. It wasn't too awkward for me to communicate. Sometimes my communication skills can be a little rough because I'm awkward and, not the most confident. So I think my speaking ability and my confidence was super great that day. So that's good. That's good. I want the upcoming freshmen to see that and see that they will grow into that kind of leader if they pursue the program. So, yeah. Okay, number 2, demonstrate the skills and recognize the benefits of working collaboratively. Okay, so I think this ties into all of Miss LaRocco's work for this. She definitely planned it out a lot. She got us there an hour early just to, just so all of us who were participating could see each other again, so we could talk a little bit, so we could figure out which classrooms are where, what we needed to show the students during the personalized tours, and where everyone was going to be, all that kind of stuff. So I think Miss Laraco did. We all definitely worked with her a lot, which was nice. Like, she had everything organized and everything. It became up to interpretation once it was just us students working together. So after that meeting, we had to decide who was going to go outside, who was going to greet the students, who was going to hold the doors, who was going to stay inside and, keep the traffic moving into the cafeteria, who was going to go to which games, who was going to take who around the school. So I think in that aspect, that had to do a lot with communication and working with one another. All of the different students who were volunteering, we all had to basically work together and communicate and be like, okay, so this is the game plan. We're all on the same page. This is how it can run the most efficiently and the most smoothly. So I think that was a really great opportunity to work together with one another. And also I think that was a way that an experience that we had that could grow us in our communication and our leadership skills and our collaborative skills, like all of that different kind of stuff. I think that was a great opportunity to grow in as well. So, yeah. Okay. Number 3, recognize and consider the ethics of choices and actions. So, I put this one down because I really wanted to talk about, I guess, why I even participated in this IB Freshman Orientation. And I mean, it could be for a multitude of reasons. I'm sure that some of my other classmates might have done it for, like, I don't know, community hours, for CAS, for just getting out of the house, seeing people, But for me, it was mainly just because I genuinely like the IB program. Like, I seriously think it suits me and has grown me as a person. So I wanted to convey that message to the upcoming freshmen, which I'm not sure I did actually, which kind of makes me sad. Like, we did have a Q&A at the end, and I feel like I didn't communicate well enough in the Q&A. Like, I stuttered a lot, and I don't think I got my point across. At one point, I went on a whole tangent. It was not my best moment. So I don't think I really communicated how much IB has impacted my life and how much I truly value it. Which, a little disappointing, but, hopefully their experience was good overall. Yeah. So I think that is all I have to say. So yeah, thanks for listening. Thumbs up.